Hey guys, I have an absolute nasty headache today, so I couldn't write out that email. But before I go off to my noodles and gobi Manchurian from a South Indian restaurant, I thought I'll quickly record a video that explains a concept that's going to be very, very important, right? For you as a marketer to grow your marketing engine. Here's the thing. You create your product. That's awesome, right? You've done some research. You figured out what's important. And you're like, okay, you know what? I built it. But then when you launch, nobody's coming. Now, unfortunately, that's more common than it's way too common, right? And in the past week, 10 days or something, I've been talking to a bunch of founders, and it's the same story everywhere. How can we actually fix it? And I believe it comes down to understanding your customer and how you can use that knowledge to hook them and get their attention so that you can direct it to your product. Now, when it comes to this, there are two ways that you can understand this. There are two different angles. The first is called a push. The other is a pull. Push, when it comes to this concept, is what is the stuff that is pushing them away from where they are right now, right? They're in a broken world, but something's obviously messed up, right? So you need to figure out what are the answers to those questions. I'll get to those questions in a bit. And the pull is what is that thing that is pulling them towards paradise? What is that thing that they love so much that just want to get out of here? And they just want that thing that's there in the future, right? That's an important question, set of questions to answer. So let's unpack that. In terms of pushes, what we got is some questions which essentially act like prompts and thought starters and all of that. So you can look at what is the stuff that they're afraid of? What is the stuff that frustrates them, right? Is there something that's happening in their life every single day that you could like hook into? What stops them from being happy, right? These questions are pretty straightforward. But let me give you a couple of examples, right? Like for me, it's I'm helping founders figure out marketing. So how can we do this? For me, the answers would be, for the first one, I'm just going to do a few, right? First one, what are they afraid of? They're afraid of launching and having nobody. They're afraid of needing to shut their side project down. They're afraid of going back to a day job, right? What frustrates them? Of course, look, this is not an exhaustive list. There's going to be more, but that's probably going to come in later when I'm doing it like for real, right? What frustrates them? Most people, they make shit that nobody wants, and they're like, it's not working, right? That's one frustration. Another frustration is that the feedback loops from marketing are longer. Not long, longer. They're long as well, but they're longer than what they get from building stuff, right? You can just publish and hey, it's there, right? Another thing that frustrates them is they see a lot of these Twitter thread boys, idiots, all of them, well, most of them, and they're just essentially practicing intellectual regurgitation, right? And as an aside, I had taken up an audience building course early last year, and their literal process was read something, translate into your own words, and present it to the world. And I was like, holy shit, this is the thing that's out there. But hey, the problem that my audience faces is that they're trying to create stuff, but when they're looking at all of these other people who are going viral and have massive audiences and engagement, they're like, I could never do that, right? So again, these are just some examples of what could be the things that are pushing them away from their status quo. And now let's look at what's going to be pushing them to their paradise, right? It is stuff like, what is it that they want? What do they aspire to be? What are the goals that they have? Yada, yada, yada. At the end of it, we're just trying to figure out what are the motivations, right? So in my case, answers for this question would be, my audience wants a solid, no bullshit, practical approach to marketing. They want to spend more time building. They want to be able to almost like set and forget marketing, if you will, although that's not possible, but it's not possible yet. They're struggling with that, right? And they aspire to be a successful business owner, solopreneur, and they want to live the life that they've built for themselves. They have this vision, right? They have this vision that, hey, I've left my day job and I have like about 6 to 10 months of runway left, and I want to be able to live on the money that my project is making, right? And the examples that I just shared with you, right? The idea behind this is you would do the same for your own products. And what you do with that is then once you get answers for this, they give you ideas for hooks. What I mean by hooks are essentially ways for you to capture your audience's attention. Now, if they're scrolling something, and if I had put up a tweet, like for my example, You got 6 months of runway left. Start your marketing now, right? So now if I put out something like that, that is going to be adding value for them. And not, sorry, I misspoke. That is going to be grabbing their attention. And therefore, now that I have that, then they can come in and they can check out my free Marketing for Builders course. All right. Okay. That's pretty much the basic high level thingy that I wanted to share with you. Like I said, I have a nasty headache. I have dinner waiting and I have a nice warm bed, which is not a good thing because India is freaking hot right now. I want to see you tomorrow. All right. Love you guys. Bye-bye.